Commencing Autopsy 3. Time, 2104. 27-year-old female, infected with unknown pathogen. Blood analysis indicates virus. Provisional name is PAX-12. Deceased had traveled in China before returning home 2 weeks ago. That must have been pre-quarantine. Unknown if had contact with livestock, but I can definitely see evidence of insect bites. Deceased had reported coughing and sneezing with a high fever. I'm seeing a nasty rash, some abscesses around the abdominal cavity. Clear signs of immune suppression. Cause of death appears to be catastrophic organ failure. Findings match reports coming out of China. This is highly concerning. The deceased may still be infectious. I'm halting the autopsy in order to notify the authorities. Request a full lockdown of this facility, effective immediately.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Humble Gamer channel. I am the Humble Gamer and this is Plague Inc. Evolved. Now this is a game that most of you will have played before, or at least will have heard of before if you haven't played it before. It's a game I've been playing on my mobile for a very long time, but it recently came up on sale on Steam for about £5. This is being recorded in August, so don't go and look for Plague Inc. on sale now. It might be, but it's certainly not the same sale that I got it in. So, we're going to go straight into it. I've played the game before. I'm not going to bother doing a tutorial or anything. We're just going to go straight into the main game. We're going to play as a bacteria because that's the only one we've got. We can't play as a virus yet because we have to win the game with bacteria plague on normal or higher and then virus. And so we're going to work through all of these. We're not going to do the simian flu or the shadow plague. We'll save them towards the end. So you pick a bacteria, which is what we're going for. This is the bacteria. As we go further through the game, you can insert genes, but we don't have them yet. You have to discover them. Those are all things that help you within the game. The basic idea, if you haven't played it before, the basic idea is you create a plague and your idea is to wipe out the entire world. So, we're going to carry straight on. We're going to play it on normal because we have to beat them on normal difficulty to get through all the things. So, there are cheats, we don't have them yet. We haven't beaten the game on normal difficulty yet, so we're going to go straight through to continue. We're not going to call it PAX-12. We're going to call this one... BL3. Humble. Play. Welcome to Plague Inc. You have a new bacteria. To win, you must evolve and spread across the world, wiping out all humans in the ultimate plague. Select a start location. Well, we're gonna be very boring, and we're gonna start in Britain. So all I have to do is then click on Britain. And BL3 begins in the UK. It's used weak but used to cold temperatures. It must evolve using DNA points to infect more people. That's stuff down here. Every time one of those comes up, I have to click on that. You'll get the news up here. The news. Watch that. Oh, it's underneath my face, unfortunately. But watch that. It's quite funny. But yes, right. So here's the overview. This is what my bacteria looks like under a microscope. There's its evolution history. It is currently reasonably infective. Its infectivity, severity, and lethality, reasonably infective, not severe, and it's in no way lethal. So there we are. That's just the stuff. Then you've got your transmission. This is how it spreads, and obviously these all cost DNA points to evolve. I don't have any. I've got 2 DNA points down the bottom there. You've then got rats. So you can spread by birds, rats, insects, blood, livestock, air, and water. They obviously have all different, they're obviously all very different ways of, and they have different advantages and disadvantages. You'll see that as we go through the game. The symptoms, your fairly standard stuff: nausea, insomnia, cysts, anemia, rash, and coughing. The closer you're into the centre, the more devastating they get. And the abilities to survive in cold, to survive in hot, survive against drugs, and bacterial resistance. And up here, you've got the cure, but no one's noticed me yet. So, obviously, what if people do start to notice me? These are your land borders, which are open, your ports, which are open, and your airports, which are open. All of these they can close if they discover you, but they're not going to discover me because, playing as a bacteria, I have one very interesting trait. I can tell it not to have any symptoms, but we're gonna go fast speed. We're gonna go full speed because I want to get these in relatively quickly. Now we've got 10 DNA points, which means we can start to evolve some transmissions. Britain. Actually, that's one point it's probably worth looking at. If we look at, grab those. If we look at the UK, it tells us Britain is a cold, humid, urban, rich country. So I need to look at those sorts of things. So cold, humid, urban, and rich. So if we look in here, so rats, especially good in urban regions. Water, especially good in humid environments. There's nothing specifically here that has anything to do with cold. That is in abilities. We'll do that later. What we're going to do is London is full of rats, so we're going to make rats susceptible to this. And as you can see there, my bacteria ever so slightly evolved. So now back up to full speed. I have successfully evolved it. Now, so far there are 5 people infected in the UK. Next, I'll probably do the water, because it rains a lot in the UK. Valve time slower than thought. Researchers have calculated that it takes longer than expected to radioactive fluids within a half-life of 3 years to pass through valves. Reason unknown. There you go. Let's have a look at the other stuff. Yeah, you can see medicine in the UK is slowing the infection. We shall come to that in a second. But first, we've got some more. So let's make it so that it's transmitted by water. Now, as soon as I do that, obviously again it evolves. I might actually put this. Humble begins to spread. I might actually do it on double speed, not massive speed. Harry Potter reboot considered. That just went past my face. Should point out I have nothing to do with the news. That just happened. Well sinks fishing boat. So actually what we can do is we can zoom right in. And you can see all the countries. And it gives you pictures of pretty much every single place. Nausea symptom mutated. This is where we're going to change because I don't want it to have any symptoms. So in symptoms, I'm going to devolve the nausea symptom. So it still has no symptoms. Still got nothing. It's got quite literally nothing. You just have it and it just sits in you. Increased rainfall in humid countries. That's good. We've got 18 DNA points. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make it resistant to class 1 and 2 antibiotics. So even if they do take drugs, it's not going to help them. And there's my little bacteria. There's my little humble L3. Humble infects hundreds. That's good. That is good. See, this is the thing with this game. Sorry, I'm just setting up my timer because this is going to take longer than I thought it would. So I will have 20-minute episodes on this from this point forward. Sorry, this one had to be a bit longer because I had to do the introduction. But Humble 3 infects hundreds. BL3 has infected hundreds in the UK, increasing the chance that an infected person will infect a healthy person. Keep evolving your disease. And this is the thing. It just... Oh, no, don't go away, thank you. Goat demands royalties from game dev. But yeah, this is the thing. And you can see all these little boats and stuff going around. They can transport the disease to places that I couldn't imagine it going to. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do bacterial resistance, because this creates a bacterial shell against all climates. So that means that even if it leaves Britain to somewhere that's a little bit warmer, it's going to be a lot stronger. Can I first of all say that while I thought it was a good game on the mobile, this is a great game on the PC. And like I said, I know I'm tardy to the party on this one. I'm well aware that I'm tardy to the party on this one. Boaty McPokeface sinks. Yeah, I know, I've been texted 1,000. Without trace. Bye, Boaty McPokeface. Right, okay, so far we've got 20,000 people infected in the UK. No one's dead and no one's noticed me. But eventually, it will transfer to somewhere else. Usually from the UK, the first place it goes is France. Usually. No guarantees, but that's usually the first place it goes, so... Humble spreads to France. There we go. Your disease is taking an important step in becoming a plague. So what we're going to do now is we're going to click on France, which is an urban and rich country. It has a balanced climate, so the climate isn't an issue. So it's an urban and rich, but that's good. Oh, the boat has gone somewhere. I've also infected a couple of other places, and Brazil. Now Brazil is an interesting one because Brazil is very different to everywhere we've done so far. It's hot, it's humid, and it's rural. So the coughing symptom's mutated. No, it hasn't. By coughing symptom, that's not going to happen. But we are going to use insects. They are hot. They're good for hot climates, insects. So now insects can carry this disease. This so far, seemingly harmless, innocuous, no one's ever noticed disease. Now if I click on that, I can check where my spread is. France, Brazil, Italy was the other one, so let's have a look at Italy. Urban and rural, so urban and rich, so I don't have to do anything else. I can just carry on with business as usual. And now it's reached the USA. This is where we have to start taking this map global because... And Canada. Now Canada is a cold country. Aha, we're now getting into hotter countries as well. So now we've got what? We've just got not Canada. I don't want Canada. I mean, I do want Canada. We've now got Egypt, Central America, Canada. So yeah, things are starting to spread. It's not been noticed yet. We've only infected 7 million people, so less than 1%. It's more infectious than TB, so that TB though. So we're doing good. Oh, hello. I'll have all those DNA points. Now this is where you need to start just doing your transmissions, because you're now getting into poorer countries. So if I put it in blood, gives organism ability to spread through blood-to-blood contact, increases infectivity, especially in poor regions, and a mutation chance. So there we go. So now this thing's getting. It's a good-looking bacteria. It's a good-looking bacteria. We don't need any major. We don't need. Oh, hello. Thank you, South Africa, for giving me that. Australia, Japan. We're into Scandinavia, Iceland. Now, islands like Iceland are the bastards in this game because obviously an island is cut off. An island is entirely cut off, so you've got to get it. Explosive headset makes PUBG fully realistic. I think that's a great idea. We are now infecting a lot of places, which means I'm going to give it some more abilities. Let's go for Bacterial Shell 2, Bacterial Resistance 2. So now it's good against pretty much in every climate. You can see these little red dots. The UK is 100% infected. Everyone in the UK is infected, but no one knows they've got it. And then comes the fun bit, but we'll come to that possibly even in the next episode. But yeah, so no, we are making some serious progress here. We've infected 68 million people. How's Central America doing? Oh, and the Caribbean. UK votes for Brexit in referendum. Voters in the UK vote to leave the EU. Remainers are concerned that this could severely damage the UK, but Leavers claim it will all be fine. Unclear when Brexit will actually happen. Just a small side note, it actually happens on my 30th birthday, the 29th of March next year, 2019. My 30th birthday is the date that we're going to find out whether Brexit works or not, or whether we've actually sorted it or not. Oh. Coughing symptom. Don't think so, Sunshine. I don't want you to have any symptoms. Now, at the moment, at this level, it just gives me back DNA, which means I can then put that into other places, like livestock, which helps rural regions get more effective. And obviously, you can see these trees get longer. Now, on some of the bigger ones, I will need to use all of them. At normal difficulty, I probably won't need to transmit that much. Just the basic levels of transmission will be enough. Rio Olympics mystery. Mystery still surrounds the decision to postpone the Rio Olympics. Organised promise it will happen soon, but no reason has been given for the change. Nothing to do with me. It's absolutely nothing to do with me. So Brazil, I like this. The The updates that are different on the mobile game, and I would recommend you get the mobile game. Oh, more infectious than HIV, nice. But the updates are just subtle little things that just make it a bit smoother and a bit cleaner. Right, Greenland, you're a bastard. New Zealand, got there, my home, my ancestral home. Got New Guinea, I don't have. Indonesia, I've got. Philippines, I don't have. Wow, China, I got. Good God, it's going everywhere in China. Scientists increase understanding of fever. That's good, because I'm not going to have a fever yet. China, okay. Now the plague is making some serious progress. It's probably about time I evolved something else. Right, so let's give it that, and in air, good, and abilities. Let's give it bacterial resistance 3. So now it can last everywhere, and it is the most well, it's not the most transmitted, but it doesn't need to be. Look at this. Look, it's just. Good God, look at this. This is the scary thing. Is this is hyper realistic. It's based on what would actually happen. You have to act as if it was a virus. More infectious than the common cold. Yeah. No shit, Sherlock. Fuck. Russia, China, Kazakhstan, Turkey. No, I don't want the insomnia symptom. I don't want symptoms just yet. Because you're going to watch me just destroy the world in the blink of an eye. Egypt's gone. Greenland, we've got Greenland, and we've got there. So we've got New Guinea, we've got Greenland, we've got the islands. This is good. This is good. Let's make it more resistant to drugs. And now genetic hardening. This slows down research in the lab. Now once you get discovered, which happens with symptoms, which is why I've not had any yet, but once you get discovered, they start developing a cure, particularly if you become dangerous. Which is why I don't like to give them any symptoms until I can give them death on a plate. Oh, Madagascar, yes. Right, let's check the world. What haven't I infected? Every country has been infected. Good. So it is now literally just sit back and wait. Wait for it to spread. No insomnia symptoms, because what I'm now going to do now is I'm just going to save up all the DNA points. Save up all the DNA points. I should point out bacteria is the easiest one on this game because it's the one that you can have no symptoms with. Viruses, which are the next ones, they get a bit more problematic, which you'll see in the next episode. I'm hoping to do one disease per episode, especially since now I've done the explanation, you know what we're doing. So what are my stats on my disease? Let's have a look. Daily infections 15.4 million, average infections 8.3 million a day, DNA use 169, started in the UK, and that's what it looks like. Doesn't look too bad at the moment, does it? Give it time. Give it time. 84% of the world is infected, and they don't know. Now imagine if this was real. Imagine if this would, it could be. We don't know. This is 2020 now. This is next year. This could be happening. And I don't mean in the sort of governmental poisoning the water sense, but that, you know, that is the one time that theory would have some credence. This is what could happen, and that's fucking terrifying. But for a game, it's really good fun. It's really good fun. So yes, we're now just waiting for the last few places in the world. So what have we got? Angola, Botswana, East Africa's gone, Zimbabwe. So it's Angola and Botswana basically, I think. Thank you. All the DNA points are useful. So yeah, we've got 97%. So it is, yeah, those are the list of countries that aren't fully infected. Saudi Arabia, East Africa, Iran, Iraq, New Guinea, Middle East, Botswana, Zimbabwe, and Angola. Just waiting for those. Which, by the way, if ever I start shouting, fuck you, insert country here, I'm not being racist, it's just I'm annoyed at the game. Just so you know. But look at that. That map is entirely red. Rash symptom mutated. I don't think so. Yep. Because with that many DNA points, Humble 3, HUMBL3 needs to evolve to kill, I know. Only 50 million healthy people left in the world. Everyone's healthy, I should point out. They've just got this disease in them. They've just got this bacteria that has spread quietly. Oh, there goes Angola. Look at it, there it goes. That's the last few bits of Angola going. Yep, it's now spreading pretty wildfire. It's just Angola and Botswana that I'm waiting for. Oh, Botswana's done. In fact, that is Botswana. Angola's nearly done. High levels of bird migration. Doesn't matter anymore. Look at all the planes and boats. They're all infected. Everyone's carrying it. There are no healthy people left in the world. Now, if you're squeamish, look away. Because what we're going to do, we don't need to transmit it anymore. Everyone's got it, so we can devolve all of these and get some DNA points back. Because we don't need them anymore. We just don't need them. But that gives us 89 DNA to deal with symptoms. We're going to start with coughing. Then we're going to go sneezing. Then we're going to go immune suppression. Then total organ failure. Then coma. Let's give them... Let's see, I've got 9 points left. Let's give them a rash as well. So yeah, the symptoms you get of this disease now are coughing, sneezing, devolve immune suppression, total organ failure, and coma. So coughing, chance of infection, sneezing, fluid discharge, increased infection, immune suppression, attached to lymphocytes, suppressing immune system, allowing significantly greater freedom of mutation, can be lethal. Total organ failure, catastrophic cell death of multiple tissue types inside the body, causes organ-wide failure and rapid death. And coma, loss of consciousness is sometimes death, significantly harder to cure, and a rash, skin becomes blistered and painful. So now what we do is we sit back and watch this death number. There we go, new minor disease spreading. In a normal checkup, a doctor in East Africa found a new disease which has been named HUMBL3. It appears to be mostly harmless, but must be investigated further. Other countries are also reporting the disease. First death in Canada. I think you'll find there's 136,000 people dead already. And this is where we need to start looking at this thing down here, the cure. Finland shuts down land borders. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, you're all already dead. 51 million people dead. Central Africa starts work on the cure. Killed more than the Black Death. Yeah, this is the cure. 164 days until completion, but they're all dying. They are all dying. 125 million people already dead. Global priority level 5 of 6. So there we go. So yeah, they really need a cure. They really need a cure. They really need a cure. And look at this. Already you can see just that little bit of black, but it's gonna rise quickly. There we go. What will kill more than the Spanish flu? All these great diseases that have come before me. Humble has been placed on the watch list. It's not a shock. Brazil leading the global cure effort. Now, these blue planes kill more than smallpox. It's the most deadly plague ever. These blue bubbles, these are cure bubbles. I have to pop them to stop the cure from speeding up. It's already on 18%. So they're not going to get me. I've already killed 1 billion people. Look. I've already killed 1/7 of the global population. They're not going to stop me. And now I can add some more things. So let's go with pulmonary fibrosis or paralysis. I think paralysis. There we go. Poland's begun to break down. Oh, another cure bubble. That's landing in New Guinea. It's amazing with this game because you start to see countries become important in the global scheme of things that you just wouldn't expect. Oh, seizures. That's cool. What have we got here? Insanity. That's going to be fun. If I can add insanity in. Central Europe in anarchy. Yep. So what we're going to do now is we're going to slow it down because I've got 4 minutes left and they're all going to die. So we'll grab insanity, which can lead to dysentery. Now the thing is, because I've got sneezing, and if I get dysentery, I get what is called the oops, because you sneeze and shit everywhere. And there you go, you can see the little diagram there. It kills a lot of things. Yeah, average death 6 million a day. Now what I want to do is click on that. Yeah, they've got 219 days before the cure. No country is wiped out yet. That's the wipeout. This thing here, the skull, that is the wipeout thing. Stage researching 49%. It's 219 days. They're not going to last. How is the UK doing, by the way, since I started there? The cure is 50% complete. That's cool. The UK is on its way out. The UK is definitely on its way out. The cure is not at 50%. The cure is at 45%, thank you. Yeah, the UK is about to get wiped. In fact, actually, quite a lot of places are about to get wiped. Let's have a look. Who's wiped away? No one's wiped yet. That's interesting. I really would like to add on dysentery, but yeah, this is the thing. This is the thing. The game is now. Look at all this. All these dead places and people. How's the UK doing? 3 million left. Oh. Okay, there's extra points. Not that it matters anymore. Ah, here we go. We've got some dead countries. Iceland, Central Europe, Finland, Russia, Turkey. In fact, in the map underneath my face, all the black ones are gone. So that's Russia, Turkey, Morocco, Angola, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Iraq, Afghanistan, Finland, Central Europe, and Iceland. There's 3% of the world's population left. Check on the UK. So down to the last million. Humble genome fully sequenced. Yeah, but y'all dead. Y'all dead. Japan's government has fallen. Yeah, that's not a shock. 83, 68, 46,000, 43,000, 33,000. Yeah, the UK is going to buy it. It's not going to last the whole time. It's not going to be the last one standing. Let's see if I can give them just last minute symptoms, shall we? Pulmonary fibrosis, that sounds fun. Yeah, look at it, there's a lot of them. Look at that. Look at that severity. Whoom! And the lethality just appears out of nowhere. Well, the UK is done. I'm now dead. In this world, the humble gamer no longer exists. God, look at that. There's still a few people left. America's holding out pretty well. Still 1 million people left there. Let's give them a last few symptoms, shall we? Oh, I can't. It's too expensive. So shall we? I'd like to give them insomnia so they couldn't sleep themselves to death. Yeah, the USA's going now. This is just... It's just such a fun game. It's such a fun, anarchic, literal time killer. India shuts down the internet. Doesn't matter. Y'all dead. Y'all gone. Y'all gone. There's still a few major countries left. Like the Americas. They're still there. Canada's got 7,000 people left. It's going to go soon. America's got... Canada must be done soon. How's my ancestral home? How's New Zealand doing? Oh, it's holding on. It's holding on. And it's... Humble 3 to eradicate humans. Humble 3 has destroyed the world despite the world's best efforts. The last few humans lie dying in holes with no chance of survival. Yep, New Zealand's gonna go. And is that news? That must be New Zealand done. 171, 140, 107, 58, 7, done. Right, what other countries? Australia and New Guinea. Everywhere else has gone. America, the USA, done. Canada, done. Brazil, done. Everywhere. Oh. And they're all dead. There we go. So this is the sped up map. We'll just watch this. So yeah, it took 1,129 days. Cure got 57%. They're halfway there. Plague was bacteria. Normal difficulty, complex bacteria. Yeah, look at this. Well, it took a year to leave. It took nearly a year. It took nearly 2/3 of a year to leave Britain. But either way, that is right on the dot of my timer. There we go, thank you. So, either way, I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, so thank you very much for watching. If you are enjoying what you're seeing, please do like and subscribe. Check out the annotations at the end of the video. Check out the game in the description below on Steam. Do check it out it's either on the App Store, it's on the App Store and on the Google Play Store if you want to play it on your phone. The basic features, the basic features are exactly the same, it's just the map is slightly less detailed, obviously, because it's a mobile version of the game. It is well looked after, it's it's well maintained by the developer. It's if you're interested in this sort of thing, it's a good little fun game to play if you don't mind killing an awful lot of people, including probably yourself. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I shall see you in the next episode. I was me. That was Plague Inc. Evolved. See you very soon, guys. Goodbye.
Oh my god! Oh, what? What's happened? Why are there chickens? Well, I mean, what did you expect to happen?